Big Boy's Neighborhood. It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Was that too loud for you, Jenny? Welcome to the neighborhood. She was in here at first, like everybody was in here, like, "Hey, Janet, what's going on? How you doing?" I love Janet Jackson. Welcome back to the neighborhood. It is a pleasure to see you back in the neighborhood.
It's really good to see you.
Thank you. I beg to differ, but if you're gonna say that, I'll take it as such. I want to ask you this: we haven't seen each other like in this kind of environment in years.
How many years?
It's been, oh my God, Jace, what? I don't want to say because I want people to think that I have you a lot. You know what I'm saying? If I put a number on it, then they'd be like, dude, he never talks to Janet Jackson. So it's easier for me to say, it's been a few years. Okay. It's been a few years. But I do want to ask you this. Why do you look like you do?
What do you mean?
And why do I look like this? Like the years that we haven't seen each other, why do you look so good? And why do I look like this?
Well, what do you look like?
I mean, what's in your head? Like, say what's in your head.
You know, when I saw you, I told them, I said, you got thinner, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well,
you know.
time I saw you.
I was on that liquid cocaine y'all told me about that time. No, you know what it is? I just started.
You never forget anything.
I do not forget anything. But let me just explain the story. A doctor had given her something because she was sick, and then she realized what it was, and she stopped
I didn't realize when I came to LA. That was a doctor in Japan. When I came to LA, because I was still sick, I gave my doctor what the doctor in Japan had given me. And he says, "Do you know what this is?" And I said, "No." And he said, "It's liquid cocaine." And I thought, "Oh my God, I'm addicted."
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I need to go to rehab. I'm spending all this
How are we going to spend this?
He's calling places already.
You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to be all right. I didn't know that's what it was. But apparently, I guess it's something you can...
That's why everybody's so happy and giddy sometimes in Japan. You
I don't know
what
if you still can. That's been years ago.
Yeah, well, that's how long it has been since you haven't come by, Janet. All right, now, I mean, if we're going to keep it real, Janet, if we're going to keep it real, I do feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? But new music. Yeah. What gets Janet Jackson to bless us with new music once again?
Oh, my goodness. What gives... What was your question again?
Because you got to think, when we think of icon and we think legend, you know what I'm saying? We think big boy. And then there's other times, some people probably may think Janet Jackson as well, where you could say, I've done it. I know who I am. I can tour for the rest of my life.
Me?
Yes. What drives you to create new music?
Honestly, it's the fans. And, I still have... There are things that I still want to do in life.
I heard that.
But it's the fans. And then, my baby, my son, he inspires me a great deal.
Oh, I heard this. Yeah. The inspiration could come from that. Like, even with my kids, like, I was already up in years. My first child I had at the age of 38. And you start to think, like, okay, I lived a whole life. But then when you get these little ones, you're like, what was I doing before you got here? And then you're like, you know what? I was just preparing for you to get here. And the inspiration is so true that and I'm glad that you were inspired, because we need a Janet Jackson right now.
Oh, that's very sweet.
And the best person to do Janet Jackson is Janet Jackson. When you come back and you work with Daddy Yankee, what was that relationship like? Like, why Daddy Yankee? Why did you understand, like, that's the guy I want to tap?
Well, I actually had recorded this song over a year ago, I think it was.
The Spanish parts too?
No.
Oh, okay, I was about to say.
Just
I was about to say Janet Lyon. Go ahead.
No, and then we decided, okay, maybe we want to put someone on this. Trying to figure out who would be cool, who would be interesting, who would be fun. And he told me that he had heard the song and said he had to be on this, had to be a part of this. And what he put on it was just, it's so nice. It takes it to an even sweeter place. It was already I have to say, it was already very feel good, but it made it feel that much nicer.
And the video is amazing too.
Thank you.
Where's the wardrobe at? Did they let you keep the wardrobe? Because there was a couple pieces. I'm going to play it back for you. There's a couple pieces that I would love for, like, my museum that I'm building. Yeah, because I'm doing, like, I have different museums. So when an artist come, I asked him for a piece for my museum.
You're joking.
No, for real. Well, I haven't started it yet, but if I could say I got this from Janet, then everybody else. All right. It'll be the launch. Yeah, that'll be. Can you imagine if I say I got this from Janet, then nobody else can turn me down.
Because I keep my outfits from the videos that I've done, even way back.
Natalia needs a wedding dress if you have an extra
I
wedding
do.
dress.
Are
You
you-
can
are
shoot
you-
to
I'm
her.
getting married. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she wanted to dress from the video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The
Made for
green
now
one when
video.
you were on top of the building on the
That's-
roof.
You know, I feel so badly because I don't know the designer's name, but that's a new designer.
It's beautiful.
So she was letting us take whatever we wanted,
Mm-hmm.
letting the stylist Achilles take whatever he wanted, and we fell in love with that dress and just used it for that shot.
Now, where's the dress at now? Because she can get married in that.
You don't want to get married.
Why not? It's beautiful. I'm having a very non-traditional wedding. So.
Yeah. Would you invite Janet Jackson to your wedding?
Duh.
That's bad because you didn't invite us. All right, y'all stick around y'all radios. We got Janet Jackson in the neighborhood. I'm just gonna slide back because Natalia has been waiting
Yes.
for you to get here, and she already
really?
put her resignation papers in. After you leave,
like,
she
"It's
leaves.
done."
No, go ahead, my love.
Where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles. I'm from
Don't
North
gang
Hollywood.
bang in here. No gang banging in here. All right, all this Crip and Blood stuff. Janet, please. All right, do
No,
you
but
see this?
Janet means so much to me just because growing up on your music inspired me to believe in myself. It inspired me to be happy, always have like a good outlook, take control of my life and not let other people dictate what I wanted to do or put me in a box. Where did you get the strength from, or what inspires you to be in control? Not to use
no
the word
pun
control.
intended. Well, you did.
Well, once again, the inspiration comes from you mean making that album, or
All
just,
of your albums, because like I mean I can pick songs from any of your discography and know like, oh, during that time that was when I wanted to be my sexy Natalia, or I wanted to be my strong one or my independent one.
Well, in the very beginning, the very first two albums that I did what people wanted me to do, and then I said okay, because I really did not want to sing. My father wanted me to sing.
Yeah.
You didn't say no to my father. So then I said, okay, if I'm going to do this singing thing, I'm going to try this one more time. And if I'm done, because I wanted to go to school and study business law.
Wow.
So I wanted to sing about what was going on in my life. And Jimmy and Terry, they also promoted that to allow me to be me. And we just sat and we talked. I said, so when are we going to start writing? He says, we're writing already. So they were taking notes with just conversations I was having with them about home, my friends, my life, my family. And that's how it started. And with every step that I took within my life, there were times when people would tell me, no, you can't do that, you can't do this. That drove me to do it. I had a man say to me about something at one of the record labels, well, a woman's never done that, so you can't do that. And that drove me to make sure I did do it, and I did. So it was always something along those lines, and it's just my dreams, my own aspirations.
Do you come across a lot of stories of people who have been inspired and motivated by you and what you like? Do you realize how much you mean to your fans?
They for sure tell me. they let me know, and I love them so much, and I'm very thankful to God, honestly, with all the success that I've had throughout my career.
And how has it been not back on tour, but I got to go to the Hollywood Bowl, and that was the first time I ever got to see you live. And
really?
Do you remember her in the audience?
I was.
No, I just checking. She's like, that's why you look familiar.
But it was such an amazing show, and you just every single person there was in the happiest mood. Like everyone was so pumped to see Janet. Like, what does it feel like to be out on tour?
I love it. I really love performing. I love performing and I love writing. I love creating. So that's the fun part of. Sorry to say that I don't like interviews.
Oh,
but
you really should have held that to yourself, Janet. Like,
I'm
that's like being in front of your
honest.
crowd saying, "Hey, I don't like concerts."
But I'm
The
there.
pain still hurt. It's still the same pain.
I'm sorry, but I
Jesus
have to
Christ.
be honest. And I don't think I'm.
You don't lie, Janet? Are you out to hurt people's feelings? Radio legends that you didn't want to be here?
I didn't.
Well, you
say
know
I
what,
didn't.
Janet,
I didn't
if
say
you
I
don't-
didn't
no,
want
no.
to.
If
I
you-
didn't. No.
If you don't want to be here,
Excuse
after about
you.
an hour, you can go. All righty?
I didn't say
I'm
that
doing one
doesn't-
more hour with her. Then she got to leave. One more hour, and then
Start the timer.
And then I'm throwing Janet Jackson out.
That doesn't mean that I didn't want to see you.
Right.
I just
Just didn't want to talk to me.
No, I didn't want to talk to you.
There
no,
you go.
no. I just don't feel that I'm very. I don't like speaking. That's my thing. I'd rather sit and listen, and I don't think I'm very good at interviews. That's why I really don't like interviews.
But you never walk into a place and say like, "I'm Janet Jackson." Like
Why
I would walk
do that.
because you are.
You're Janet
Like I
Jackson.
would walk in and be like, "Hey,
Iconic.
you know, do you curse, Janet?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I walk in and be like, "Hey, I'm motherfucking Janet Jackson." You know what I'm saying? Like get the and I just take shit and just throw it. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like you know.
I started cursing with before Poetic Justice. I didn't curse.
Oh, really? That damn
Yeah.
Tupac. You know?
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I heard you was in the trailer saying shit, and you was like, shit, I can't say that. Okay, say it again, one more time. Shh, I can't say it. I can't. Then by the rap part, you like, shit, fuck this motherfucker. Alrighty, we won't be able to use a lot of that over the beats.
I loved your collab that you did as well with J. Cole. How did that come about?
With no sleep.
Go ahead now. And no sleep was no sleep.
We were actually once again toying between a few people to put on the record, and I love him. And so do Jimmy and Terry, and he told me this wonderful story, and that's really what sealed the deal for me with having him on the project. But I am a fan of his, and he told me that he was so excited to go with his mother to a concert of mine when he was a kid. And I had to cancel the show because I was sick. And he told his mother, "Oh, this can't happen. You have to write her a letter and tell her that she has to do this show." And it was such a sweet little story. And we came back, I believe, and made up the show. And I just thought it was such a sweet story. But he's such a sweet person, very talented.
Yeah, very much so.
And that definitely did it for me. But just loving his music.
Yeah.
Is there more Janet Jackson material? Or are we at Made for Now? And
No, it's in the fall, but we'll see. It's still work in progress, so I'm not sure if it's going to be quite an album or just release things. I'm still having fun with it.
does it feel good to also just be full in the grind? And not full, but just back in the grind where there's a video out, there's new music from Janet Jackson. Does that feel good that you like I'm doing it right now?
I mean, it doesn't feel badly in any way. You know, it seems like I've never stopped. It's just so much more going on at this time, because this was supposed to be my vacation time right now, and all of this happened out of nowhere, just putting it all together, and it's a different world now with social media, and it's a lot more than what it used to be. So it's different for me, and on top of that, I have my son,
Right.
that I'm always with. So
Is it different? Is it more difficult now with the balance, or you've always knew how to balance Janet Jackson's time?
I felt I was always pretty good. Well, no, I was very much so a workaholic. People would say. I didn't think that I was, but I've been doing it since I was a kid. So this is normalcy for me. It's different having my son. It's longer hours, which I always kept quite long hours, but it's longer hours now. So you're getting up a little earlier than we did. And I was never someone to get up late to begin with. So I don't, obviously I love it, but I don't mind it. And it's enjoyable for me. I mean, I love what I do. I love, by the way, I was going to say, I love performing. With your last question, that's what I was getting at. And I feel comfortable on the stage. And I love being with my baby. And he tours with me. So it makes it all sweet.
Do you feel more comfortable on stage?
Now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I do.
We should have did the interview on stage. How dope would that have been?
Oh, that would have been fun.
Yeah, so when
Because I'm not, and I was, to be in front of a few people, I get very embarrassed. But to be in front of a big crowd, I feel more comfortable with that.
That's crazy.
I don't know why that is.
But no, you know what? They say us great ones, that's just the way we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you guys seen it.
Yeah.
Like when I'm in front of a few people, I close up a little bit. You put me in front of 100,000, 20,000, I open up. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, and people said this: the stage is my cage. What did you say, Louis?
The stage is my cage.
It's my cage. Yes, made for now.
Yeah.
First ride on a subway. I mean, on a train.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. But you've been to New York many a times, correct?
I've have a place there for over 20 years.
And you never had the urge to say, "Oh, I'm going to go down and jump on this train."
Of course, I've wanted to ride on the train, but I never did. So when I went with Daddy, and he was educating me, so it was very interesting.
Is it hard to move? Because you can't just move around
way.
as Janet Jackson. But if you got on the train by yourself, then you would be. She'd look like, I think, like, man, look at so Janet
I've
Jackson
had
looking
people
up.
say that. Oh my gosh, you look just. Have you ever heard someone? Has anyone ever told you you look? I said I get it all the time,
Yeah, and you do.
and I keep it moving.
Really?
And
How do you disappear? Do you put hats on, hoodies?
If
or-
I put a baseball cap on, then I look like Rhythm Nation.
Oh,
So it's, and then if you wear a hat, so you're trying to hide. It's like, no, I just have on a hat.
Yeah.
It's a little tough, but you have little things where it doesn't seem like you're overly trying to hide from the public. You can't go overboard, or at least for me.
Can you go shop in the store? Like if you just wanted to
Yeah.
shoot to the store real quick and
Of
grab like
course,
some cereal?
any of us can. If anyone tells you they can't, they're lying. Any of us can. It just depends upon where you go. You know where you can go, and you know where not to go. So there are stores I can go into, and then there are stores I say, okay,
Can't get out the car here.
I need to stay away from there. Yeah,
Could we go into a store together?
one day. Yeah.
Ooh, one day. I know what one day means.
I don't even want to ask you because I know it's going to be a joke.
No, it's not.
I'm not going to even
No,
ask
one day is just like, oh, she said we'll go one day. You know what I'm saying? And we're not going to head to a store.
See, I knew you were going to say that.
But we won't. You know what
How
I'm
do you
saying?
know that?
Because I see you like every 10 years, Janet. That's why.
Well, maybe
Bring
the
out more
next
material.
Maybe the next 10 years.
So you really going to have me wait like that? All right.
Pencil it in.
Yeah, on these badass knees. You know what I'm saying? All right.
2028.
Janet, what's the craziest thing that a fan has done?
Gosh.
I know these questions are original.
No, it's okay though. Sent me. Well, there's been a couple. Sent me a picture of himself with an erection, and a jar of semen so I could get pregnant
Oh, ew.
Damn.
because I was supposed to have his child.
Is it uncomfortable sitting next to him? Hey, dude, that's why she keep leaning over towards Natalia like this
Like, girl,
motherfucker here.
protect me, please.
So sorry about that.
You are so quick.
Yeah, man. That's what my wife said. Yeah, my wife said the same thing all the time, man. Like once a month, my wife be like, "Oh my God, you are so quick." You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So fans. What about when
crazy.
fans hand you something? Does it come home like if they wrote you like a poem, if they
Of
painted you
course.
something?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in your limo or your SUV and threw it out the window?
No.
Okay.
No. I read it. I receive it.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, my assistant and I we were talking. That I told her that I wanted to take a picture from the last tour of all the letters and teddy bears and everything that the fans have given me. I still have to do that though because I keep them and it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. So I said, you just dump it all on me and it'd be nice to take a picture.
Yeah, then I come pick it up for my toy drive and just give it all away. Oh, you're not with that? All righty. Janet Jackson is she don't want to feed. She don't want to give nothing to the kids.
I want to keep. Is that bad? I want to keep.
No, hell no, that's not
sweet.
bad. Of course, anything that you do is gonna be sweet to Natalia though.
But it
You know what I'm
is sweet.
saying?
No one can deny that.
You can go to her and slap her aunt right now, and she'll be like, "Oh my God, that was so dope how
Did
she
you see the
slapped
way
my
she
aunt." Yesterday, that was so sweet the way she knocked her wig off. I want to ask you, when was the last time? And Janet, you got to keep it real.
On the train?
Nope.
The last
I'm just
time
gonna ask you some questions, and I'm gonna ask by saying, when was the last time, and you have to answer them.
When was the last time I what?
When was the last time you got pulled over by the authorities?
I don't know. I really do not know. It's been years.
If they pulled Janet Jackson over,
Oh, wait a second. It's been a few years back because I couldn't go down a certain street and they pulled me over. I'm lying.
Jesus Christ, it's
Okay,
getting worse.
I'm lying.
She's like, "Babe, remember the shootout on the 710?"
I was double parked. Oh my gosh. I was double parked last year, and a cop pulled up next to me. And then when he recognized me, the story changed.
He went on, huh?
What do you mean?
He let you go.
Basically, and he asked me because I was grabbing a bite to eat, and I was waiting for someone, and he asked me, "What did I get? Do I come here often?" It was that kind of thing.
Were you batting your eyes like getting out the ticket like, "Hey"?
No, but my sister, breaking the law left and right. I probably shouldn't
Which
say
one?
that, but
Latoya? Yeah.
And they pull her over and they'd ask her out for a freaking date and wouldn't give her a ticket.
Right.
And I was like, that's not
Work it,
fair.
Latoya. Jealous, you know what I'm saying? Work it, Latoya. Go ahead now. Your heart don't lie. And I know they don't lie. No, they don't. You can tell me any old thing. Y'all don't know that one. That's Latoya Jackson right there. Big Boy's Neighborhood. Janet, when was the last time you stole something?
I've never stolen anything.
Janet?
No, I've never stolen anything.
You've never stolen. You never stole anything.
I've never. As a matter of fact, even when there's something in a hotel that I like, I tell them to let them know that I'm taking it and ask them how much would it cost for me to have it.
And then they be like, you just take it.
And
You're
then
Janet Jackson.
they'll give it to me. Or sometimes they'll tell me what it costs and I pay for it.
All my hand towels at the house, all of them are from various hotels.
And it's
But I don't ask.
So you don't? And it's so funny because a former assistant I had, she opened up my bags when we were at another hotel, and she said, "You know, you didn't have to take those face cloths." I said, "I didn't." I said, "They gave them to me."
Wow. So you ever like Snoop Dogg was doing a BET show, him and Warren G, and they stole the TVs out the BET dressing room.
No, they didn't.
You never stolen a TV?
No, they didn't.
Dog and Warren as my witness. Yeah.
Honestly?
Yeah. And you
Yeah, they
never.
did.
So never.
No.
All right. When was the last time? When was the last time Janet Jackson cursed?
Probably yesterday, not today.
What did you
Probably.
say?
I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't.
Was it? Were you on a rant?
No.
And you were just spitting them out and
no,
you don't know?
No, we were being silly.
Do you have a favorite curse word?
Like a go-to?
Yeah.
I don't.
Can you,
looking at me
can
like-
you repeat after
Come
me?
on.
No, I'm not going to.
Really?
Yeah. I'm
Why?
not gonna- because I don't want
What
to.
you only curse when necessary?
What?
You only curse when it's like necessary?
No, I said we were being silly.
Well, let's be silly.
No, I don't want
Okay, well, she don't want to be silly with the homie, man. All righty. When was the last time, Janet Jackson, you talked behind someone's back?
I don't know. I'm really bad at this game.
You never seen, like, when they did, like, the tribute for you. You weren't back there like, girl, look at her. Ugh. Like, what? Look what she doing to my song.
No. I get what you're saying. I'm trying to think about it. Because I try not to even pass. I think I passed judgment on someone not that long ago, and I try not to do that. And then I turned around and said, "That's bad. I shouldn't have done that." You
Yeah.
guys don't ask me these questions.
It's like the most purest heart.
When was
No,
the
it's
last time
horrible.
Janet Jackson fired someone?
You're awful.
You fired them. I'm awful and you let them go?
I don't want to talk about it. It was not that long ago,
Yeah.
literally. And that's all I will say.
Male or female?
Female.
How is she
and-
feeding her family now?
And you
huh?
know,
Yeah, I know.
because she's still in my heart and I'm still in hers.
She's just not on your payroll.
You're horrible.
You fired her and I'm horrible?
You're awful.
Who's going to get fired in this room that works with you?
There's only one person. There are a few people in this room.
Yeah, if you had to let one go, who would it be?
I'm not.
Okay, all right. Janet Jackson, I think I know this one. When was the last time you got embarrassed?
To be sitting here with you.
All right. Sitting here with you, baby. Janet, do you drink?
Yes.
When was the last time you got drunk?
Wait.
Little buzz.
A little, probably at my party, at my album release party,
And how long ago was that?
just a few days ago, or like a week ago.
Oh, I remember you remember that, right? When they had the waterfall and the ice sculptures and
I
everything.
was waterfall and ice cream.
Well, I wouldn't know. I'm just making it up because we weren't invited. You know what
Oh,
I'm
I
saying?
love you for that.
Yeah, so just play along with me. And they had
Okay.
brought like a camel. Where'd you get a camel from?
Yeah, from the Middle East.
Oh, go ahead. yeah. That would be a good place to get a camel. Like right there, big at the camel store in Santa Monica.
Camels.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. Janet, when was the last time you cooked a meal? When was the last time you cooked a meal?
It's been a minute. It's been a good minute.
Do you cook?
A little bit.
If we were having dinner at Janet Jackson's house, what would be the meal? KFC?
No, I've never gone to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
She said she'd never gone there.
Don't you?
I'm not going to say
start.
nothing.
Thank you.
No. So you don't know when the last time you cooked?
It's been a good minute. I was gonna say it was something for Jermaine, but I've done something since then.
And Jermaine ain't been home in like 2 years.
I'm not gonna even.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember I was
last
talking
time-
with Jermaine because he was my neighbor. He was like, man, I miss Janet's cooking.
The last time I cooked, but it's been a few years ago. I think I made turkey tacos.
That'd be dope. The Janet Jackson turkey tacos.
Oh, it's-
I saw that Teyana Taylor finally got to meet you,
Oh,
and she
yeah.
said it was one of the best days of her life. What was your experience like with Teyana?
She's adorable. I absolutely adore her. She's sweet, and she has a new album out.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel so badly, and I've heard a few of the songs, but I have to get the album, and I'm going to.
And she
She's
has
talented.
a good album. And yeah, she's extremely talented. And not only talented, she's good. I mean, not just on vocal and on her album, but she's good on stage and has a great energy.
You know what? She was supposed to perform at a party that was given to me by my friend Alex Wang, and in New York. And she's always having an issue with a flight. Like she missed the show because of a flight, and she was able to make another show we were at. That's when we finally met. And then I think she missed the Billboard Awards performance because of the flight. And she missed
Oh my God.
the part. She was supposed to perform at the party, but she missed it because of it was storming in New York. And
So you're just saying she's
issues-
irresponsible.
I'm not saying she.
She can't get
You'll
to the
get
airport.
somebody in trouble.
Yeah.
It's
You
not
saying
her. It's not her fault.
is it whose fault is it then? Is it your fault?
No, it's the airline.
The airline. Janet Jackson, I definitely want to thank you for
Yes,
coming into the
thank you.
neighborhood and hanging out with us, man. Made for Now featuring Daddy Yankee. Maybe a process of doing an album. We just gonna kind of feel it out right now.
Yeah, well, there'll be something in the fall. So everyone wants me to do an album, and I just haven't decided exactly yet. And like I said, I've recorded stuff. Like this one was, like I told you before, this one was.
Are you
recorded a
critical
year-
on
year
yourself?
ago. Yeah, but I grew up that way.
Mm-hmm.
My parents, they made us watch ourselves on television so that you could better your craft, you know. So I probably am my worst critic.
Do you feel like a lot of artists today missed that finishing school? You know how like there was a process, and not a bad thing, but
It's just different
yeah.
today. So, I mean, there's a lot of great talent out there, a lot. And then there are those that you say, okay, it could be so much more if they just a little extra this, a little extra, and that would be that school. But you know, just having someone truly guide them that really knows.
Jen, I'm going to tell you, it's been a pleasure just having you in the
You know,
neighborhood.
it's really nice to see
And thank you for coming into the
It's
neighborhood.
really nice to see
And it's really it was really a pleasure to see you. Thank you for having fun with us as well. You know what I'm
And
saying?
thank you for embarrassing me several
Don't
times.
worry about it.
Not
Thank
just
you.
once.
Oh, okay. No. You're welcome. You know, if a dog and a pie cost had a race, which one would win?
If a dog in a pie...
If a dog and a pie cost had a race, which one would win?
What's a pie cost?
About $6 or $7. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Janet Jackson.
I love you for
Janet
that.
Jackson in
And
the
I
neighborhood.
fell right in it.
As you should have. Big Boy's neighborhood, y'all.